Hello and welcome to this edition of FYI Weekly, your official source for the latest news and information from the city of Greensboro. As we approach the year-to-date of the tornado that struck on April 15th, the city of Greensboro has developed a tornado disaster recovery program. The purpose is to repair or rebuild damaged properties owned by residents who weren't helped by private insurance, FEMA proceeds, or available community programs. A secondary objective of the Tornado Disaster Recovery Program is to acquire vacant lots and create new home ownership opportunities in the tornado-impacted neighborhoods in East Greensboro. The city is enlisting help from nonprofit organizations with a documented track record of successfully constructing or rehabilitating quality, affordable housing for low to moderate income homeowners. Requests for proposals are open, detailing what services are needed and what funding is available for the work. Also included is information about the documents to submit to verify nonprofit status and how to apply to participate in this tornado disaster recovery program. Proposals will be accepted on a first-come, first-served basis from qualified nonprofit applicants. For more information, contact Jennifer Freeman, the city's Housing Rehabilitation Administrator, or Cynthia Blue, the city's Housing Services Division Manager. Employers throughout Greensboro have an opportunity to support the Greensboro Youth Employment Mentoring Program's Plus One campaign. United Way of Greater Greensboro and the City of Greensboro back this campaign, inviting employers to commit to adding at least one summer youth employment opportunity to their workforce this summer. There will be a hiring event hosted at the NC Works office on May 15th from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. for employers and job seekers. NC Works is located at 2301 West Meadowview Road. Plus One employers will agree to hire a young person between ages of 16 and 24, provide a wage of at least $8 per hour, offer at least 20 hours per week for a duration of at least 7 to 8 weeks from June through August. Upon accepting the invitation to participate, employers are asked to submit their Plus One summer youth employment opportunity online or call United Way to be added to the Plus One registry. Plus One summer opportunities will be posted on the United Way website and promoted throughout the community and social media to reach youth most in need of meaningful summer work experience. The Greensboro Youth Council is getting new and gently used formal wear and accessories to local teens who otherwise might not be able to afford a gown or tuxedo for prom and other special occasions. This week, students will be able to shop for clothes and accessories on April 11th and April 12th. The types of formal wear available include dresses sizes 16 and up, suits, dress shirts, slacks, and accessories such as shoes, ties, evening bags, bow ties, and costume jewelry. Donated items will be up to date, free of stains and tears, with all zippers, buttons, and snaps in good working condition. For more information about how to receive the formal wear, please call 336-373-4351 or visit the Greensboro Youth Council's website. In an effort to help each of us improve our quality of life, the city has partnered with Cone Health for a series of brief and informative videos designed to inspire you to make better choices when it comes to healthy living. Let's check in with our friends at Cone Health for today's News for Your Health.
Did you know that about 95% of people will develop back pain at some point in their life? I think there are some simple things you can do to help prevent the onset of back pain or reduce back pain that you may have. So let's talk about some of those ways. So I think one of the most important ways to avoid hurting your back is to avoid unnecessary bending, lifting, or twisting. We call it BLT because it's easy to remember. Bending, lifting, and twisting. Those are the things we want to try to avoid to try to help our back and try not to hurt our back. So we're going to show some of those things now. We're going to show the proper way to bend to pick up an umbrella off of the ground. So I think that's one way. I think there's two even better ways, and we're going to show that now. She's going to go down on one knee to pick it up. Right. What we really want to avoid is bending at the waist or the back to pick it up, and we really want to bend at the knees. I think that's important. The last way we can show to pick up things is called the golfer's bend, where we're leaning forward with a leg back and lift like that. And I think that's also easier on the back because it keeps the back straight. Again, we want to avoid bending at the hips and the back, but bend down instead. So one of the more difficult things you'll do around your house is bend over to pick up bigger objects that are somewhat more awkward. And we're going to show how to pick up a box now and try to do that without hurting our back. You see she gets down on one knee, she lifts the box, and she holds it close to her body. That's really important because if you hold it far from your body, it makes your back want to bend. It puts a fulcrum on your back. So it's important when you pick it up to then carry it close to your body. Now we're going to talk about twisting. And one of the things we twist to do is to grab objects such as tissue. So we're going to show how to correctly turn to grab a tissue. If you notice, she turned her whole body to grab the tissue and then her whole body back. And this is the wrong way to grab the tissue out of my hands. You notice she twisted her body that time. That puts undue forces on your low back and can cause back pain. I think there are several lifestyle changes people can make to improve their back health and either improve their back pain or prevent back pain. I think two of the most important are using good posture and using good body mechanics. So standing straight, sitting straight, lengthening the spine, and then using good body mechanics when lifting, bending, and avoidance of twisting maneuvers. Also, I think that for those who are overweight, losing weight down to an ideal body mass index can be very important. And I think reducing stress can also be important because it seems that any medical condition we have, stress seems to make it worse. So I think exercise is also extremely important, and I think exercises to improve core strength and improve flexibility, such as yoga and Pilates, are very important in prevention of back pain and improving chronic back pain. And lastly, I think quitting smoking can be very important in reducing back pain in those with chronic back issues. Smoking has been linked to degenerative disorders of the spine. Thanks for joining me today. Don't let a few wrong moves with your back stop your active lifestyle. To learn more, go to conehealth.com/backpain. This is Dr. David Jones.
The City of Greensboro is working with nonprofit agencies to change the lives of residents who are finding jobs and moving out of homelessness. We'll have that story and more news coming up after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back to FYI Weekly. Two city departments are working together and sharing resources to address homelessness. The city's neighborhood development and workforce development departments are spearheading Welcome Home to promote economic development and job creation opportunities for those experiencing homelessness. The city and Salvation Army are working on a model developed to rapidly transition 10 individuals and/or families experiencing homelessness. The program's three key components include securing housing, providing housing financial assistance, and matching participants to jobs and services. Welcome Home will provide participants with an initial assessment, housing assistance, and case management for up to 24 months. Once participants are housed, they will enter the workforce development component of the program and receive assistance with employment training and work experience. NC Works has approximately 20 potential work sites committed to supporting the program, including the City of Greensboro. Neighborhood Development will use current homelessness assistance funds to support the rehousing component, and Workforce Development will use existing funds to support the employment program. The City of Greensboro has approved permit applications from the Lime and Bird companies to offer electric scooters for rent as part of a pilot program. Lime and Bird can distribute scooters in the public right-of-way until the pilot program ends on August 1st. Both businesses are responsible for educating riders about safe riding practices, parking rules, and laws. They will also be responsible for removing incorrectly parked scooters within 2 hours of being notified. Residents who use stand-up electric scooters, including rental scooters from businesses like Lime and Bird, should be at least 18 years old. These scooters are allowed only on city streets with a speed limit of 35 miles per hour or less. Follow all traffic laws, such as riding only on the right side of the road, stopping at traffic signals and stop signs, and yielding to pedestrians. Scooters are allowed to share bike lanes but cannot be operated on sidewalks or in parking decks. Wearing a helmet is strongly encouraged. Again, the pilot program will expire on August 1st. Sue Cole, the incoming board chair at the Greensboro Science Center, has announced a generous family contribution for the creation of the Cole Family Butterfly House and Monarch Conservation Project. This exhibit will spotlight native butterfly species with a special emphasis on the iconic but diminishing monarch butterfly. The future 3,000 square foot butterfly house and monarch conservation project will create a lush garden space nestled between the Science Advancement Through Innovative Learning STEM Center and the original Science Center building built in 1957 by the Junior League of Greensboro. Other Science Center projects coming down the pipeline include the Greensboro Rotary Carousel, a new front entrance complex, the Revolution Ridge Zoological Expansion, an outdoor Komodo dragon lair, a breeding center for Malayan tigers, and Phase 1 of the Battleground Parks District. In an effort to spotlight and celebrate local artists, business owners, community builders, and essentially the next generation of leaders, the city is proud to partner with Action Greensboro to introduce our Made in Greensboro series. This day, we place the spotlight on the marching band talents of Dr. Kenneth Ruff. One of the big attractions at every NCA&T event, especially homecoming, is the Blue and Gold Marching Machine. The A&T Marching Band is the most recognized band in North Carolina and is a top contender in the world in historically black college marching bands. This degree of excellence doesn't happen by accident. It's the result of hours and hours of dedication and practice. It goes without saying, somebody has to direct this legendary band. Dr. Kenneth Ruff creates drill designs for the band and is responsible for the organization and planning of the entire band program. Dr. Ruff says working with the NCA&T band is a dream. They're never afraid to step outside the box, whether it's trying new things or setting new trends. They play different genres of music, and the halftime shows always have a fun theme to make them unique. Dr. Ruff rose from a section leader to drum major, and after graduation became the assistant director. He's been the band director for 14 years. In his words, he's living the Aggie dream each and every day. To learn more about Made in Greensboro or to see more images taken by photographers Jerry Walford and Scott Mothersbaugh, visit the Action Greensboro website at madeingso.com. The administrative team for the city of Greensboro underwent some visible changes this time last year. Coming up after the break, we'll check in with City Manager David Parrish to find out how he has adjusted to his new role in the past 12 months. Stay with us. Welcome back to FYI Weekly. Greensboro operates under a council-manager form of government. The city manager serves as the chief executive officer, responsible for the execution of council policy and for the management of all city departments and services. Joining me now, a year after assuming the role of city manager, and to give us an idea of how things are going, is David Parrish. Hello, David.
Hello.
Thank you for joining us.
Yes, nice
Always
to be
good
here.
to see you. So explain the process of getting adjusted to being city manager.
It's been quite a year. It's been a good year. So I was an assistant city manager, so I've been here a total of 6 years, first 5 years as an assistant city manager. So I was already in the office, already working with a lot of departments. It's a little bit different, though, being the chief executive and stepping out of that kind of a day-to-day operations role, having to kind of take some hands off of some things that I enjoy doing as far as fixing things and working on some problem solving. But delegation and trying to find the right fit for our team and, working for more of a higher level things, a little higher altitude, 45,000 feet, 30,000 feet, kind of looking for the shape of our organization, where do we go long term. And communication too, communication with our staff, communication externally with our community too. So kind of making those adjustments as well.
Right.
It's been good.
And of course, you're answering to 9 individuals, the elected body of our city.
Yeah, so that's a little bit different. I'd been a small town manager before, but being the manager, working with council directly, it's been a good year though. I think we have a good group, and it's been an exciting year for me. So.
Excellent. Now, have you made any changes to your executive team?
Yeah, so recently just announced Kimberly Sowell. She is the newest assistant city manager, essentially kind of taking my place in working with some of the departments, most of the departments that I had worked with in that prior role that I served. Kim's a great hire. She worked for the city. She also worked for NCA&T for a while as a long-term in some of their administration executive roles there. So I think she's going to be a great fit for our organization and kind of step right in and kind of lead those departments as well.
Okay. And what does purpose-driven, data-informed, and people-centered mean with respect to where you want to see the organization as a whole?
Well, I think, we are a purpose-driven organization, whether we know it or not. We're here because, and most of our employees are here because we want to serve. We want to provide great service to our community, and whatever that departmental role might be or whatever capacity someone's serving in. Our purpose is here to support and serve our community. I also want us to be data informed, not data driven necessarily to where we're automatically making decisions, but where we're data informed, where we can use information to make informed decisions, informed recommendations, so that we can move in a strategic direction as an organization and for the betterment of our community, and that we're people-centered. I look at that in 2 ways, again, back to that internal approach, where I, as the Chief Executive Officer, don't want to forget that we have 3,200 employees that I need to support and we need to empower to go do the best that they possibly can do, but that we're also people-centered, again, back to that purpose-driven, that we're centered around our community and our residents, our visitors, that we're here to serve and we're here to provide for them the best residential experience or best visiting experience if they're here for economic development, for tourism reasons, that we as an organization are here to serve those individuals, and we're people-centered around that. So those 3 things to me are a good fit. We are purpose-driven, we're data-informed, and we're people-centered. So.
Okay, so speaking of that, we do exist to serve, as you said. What are some of the exciting changes on the horizon for Greensboro that people would visibly notice as they're driving around?
Well, we want to be a leader in several things. One of those is in sustainability. So we are the 2nd largest electric bus fleet in this country. First electric buses in the state, so you can see now visibly, you won't hear them as loud, but you'll see the electric buses we have riding around. That's just one thing we're looking to be innovative in. We have great staff and we have great innovation all across our city. That's just one example. The other is back to the people-centered. We have kind of the first in the Southeast, we believe, in our tribute to women. So we continue to make investments in our parks. The tribute to Ruth Wicker Tribute to Women is out at our park near Gateway Gardens. It's a phenomenal facility out there. Also in our Battlegrounds Park District, you'll start to see the expansions of the Science Center, the investments in our country park. I was just out there recently with my family on a Sunday afternoon. We were riding bikes and walking around. To see the vibrancy there at both of those parks is phenomenal. And then downtown, you look downtown, we've got cranes, we've got construction going on. We have great restaurants, great venues. The Stephen Tanger Center will be opening up early 2020, but that facility is up and growing, and it looks phenomenal to kind of see the landscape transforming downtown. Private investment is up. We're excited. We again want to be there to support that private investment with whatever public infrastructure is needed that can come alongside and support and facilitate that investment as we see our community changing for the better, I think, because of the investments that are being made.
Yes, and all needed for necessary growth.
Yeah.
Speaking of being people-centered, as city manager, you often focus on some of the youngest people in our community. Recently, you had a visit with the students at Rankin Elementary. What did you want them to take away from your visit?
It was cool. It's the 2nd school that I've gone and read to. But I actually went to Rankin. I think it was a neat opportunity for me to go back to a school that was so formative in my life. And one of the things, you know, it was funny, I thought it was great. One of the kids asked at the very end, the last question I took is, was I the smartest kid when I was in school? And I said, no, I wasn't the smartest kid. You know, but I did my best. And that's what I explained to them, is what I want you to do is to remember, no matter where you're at, whether it be in sports, because some of them had their jerseys on, but in school as well, do your best. And you can go far, and you can be whoever you want to be as long as you give it your all. And it was a great opportunity for me, and I appreciate them letting me come. I'm going to try to go back again and read, I think, in April or later in April. And so it was exciting for me. I have small kids myself, and I'm on the Partnership for Children here in Guilford County, and that is economic development.
Yes.
Is investing in our children and continuing to make investments, whether it be just your time, 30 minutes out of a day to go and read, or whether it be monetary or your job. But investing in our kids and in our community, because community development to me is economic development, and that's how we're going to continue to grow and thrive as a community. I'm excited to be a part of that.
Well, we are excited to have you as our city manager. Thank you. I know your schedule is busy. You took the time to stop by. Congratulations on making it through your first year. I'm honored to serve on your team, and hope you'll come back and see us.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you. Stay tuned for a little-known fact about Greensboro as we tell you something about the city that's coming up after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back. One way to stay informed about what's happening in the city is by attending or tuning in to city council meetings. The Greensboro City Council meetings are open to the public, but if you cannot attend, we broadcast the meetings live right here on GTN, and we also stream the meetings live on the city's website. Council meetings take place at 5:30 p.m. on the first and third Tuesdays of the month on Level 2 of the Melvin Municipal Office Building located at 300 West Washington Street. The first meeting of the month includes public comments and special presentations. Meetings on the third Tuesday of the month focus on public hearings and city business. The fourth Tuesday is reserved for a meeting as needed. To review the council meeting schedule and agendas, please visit the city's website. Here's an opportunity to learn a little something about the city. Kitchen Connects GSO is an incubator program designed for local entrepreneurs to grow prepared foods. This is a partnership of the Greensboro Farmers Curb Market, Out of the Garden Project, and the Guilford County Cooperative Extension. This collaboration with the City of Greensboro is made possible through a USDA Local Food Promotions Grant. Participants bring diversity of food offerings, ethnic culinary products, and prepared foods that help support underserved communities and create new economic opportunities within the city of Greensboro. Kitchen Connects GSO brings together Greensboro's first shared kitchen with food safety and small business training classes to create a unique local food incubator program. The goal is to provide opportunities for new value-added product startups to begin or expand their operations and increase the public's awareness of locally sourced and produced foods. Participants receive reduced cost training in Safe Plate, a food safety and handling certification program. They also benefit from basic small business, marketing, and merchandising classes. Coming up after the break, we'll showcase our department spotlight. But first, prepare to mark your calendar for all the great events happening this week on the town.
Welcome to FYI Weekly, your source for city news and information. Finally, spring is here. Here are some events happening on the town. You're invited to an upcoming fundraiser called Brews and Bubbles at the Greensboro Science Center happening this Friday from 7 to 10 p.m. Taste a variety of beverages and enjoy a sampling of science as you tour the Science Center's aquarium, museum, and zoo. This adult-only event offers an assortment of drinks, hors d'oeuvres, and entertainment, all for a great cause. Proceeds for the event support the center's conservation efforts. Visit greensboroscience.org to purchase tickets. Did you know April is National Poetry Month? Greensboro Public Libraries are hosting multiple ways to celebrate this Saturday at various locations. There will be poetry workshops, readings, and much more. Check out all of this and more at greensborolibrary.org. Once you've written your poem, consider heading over to the Poetry Cafe's monthly open mic on Saturday starting at 9 p.m. at Triad Stage. Celebrating the art of poetry while connecting to the community, patrons flock in to listen and share. Artists come to the stage with poetry, songs, monologue, dances, raps, and more. Visit triadstage.org for additional information. On Sunday, the Greensboro Farmers Club Market is hosting its Go Green Garden Show from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. This annual event connects garden enthusiasts directly to the producers of North Carolina's heritage, native, and regional plants. This is the spring event for everyone with a green thumb. The Go Green Garden Show is the largest all-local growers-only event in the area, and it is free to the public. Experience live local music, meet local producers and artisans, and grab lunch or drinks from the food trucks available throughout the show. Check out gsofarmersmarket.org for more details. Don't forget, the 8th annual Gate City Minority Business Opportunity Fair will take place on April 25th from 4 to 7 p.m. at the Khalif Event Center. This networking event is free and open to minority and women-owned businesses interested in pursuing contracting opportunities with local public institutions, government agencies, and major private companies. For more information or to register, visit eventbrite.com. Keep watching FYI Weekly right here on GTN to find out more about what's happening on the town.
Welcome back. The City of Greensboro has more than 20 departments and several divisions committed to serving you, our residents and visitors. Let's go behind the scenes in our department spotlight. Today, we place the spotlight on the Greensboro Parks and Recreation Department. City staff is partnering with the Greensboro Elks Lodge to host free adaptive golf clinics. There are 2 opportunities from 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. on Saturday, April 13th, and again on May 11th. Golfers will meet at the Gillespie Golf Course located at 306 East Florida Street. Participants will ultimately play in a tournament on June 8th. The clinics are designed to teach adaptive techniques to individuals with physical disabilities. Golf professionals will offer instruction to introduce players to the game or encourage others to return to the course. No previous golf experience is needed to participate in the clinics. To register or for more information, call the city's Adaptive and Inclusive Recreation Office at 336-373-2626. Straight ahead on the other side of the break is this week's Way to Go GSO shout-out. Stay with us. As we draw to a close, we always want to end on a positive note with our Way to Go GSO shout-out. This week's shout-out goes to the Greensboro Public Library and the Hamilton Lakes Lions Club. The 2 groups provided free health screenings last week at the Central Library located downtown on North Church Street. With more than 60 years of serving the Greensboro community, Hamilton Lakes Lions Club sponsors the Mobile Screening Unit. This event is free and open to the public. The purpose is to provide free screenings using state-of-the-art equipment and highly trained optical technicians. Visitors are screened for existing or potential hearing loss, glaucoma, and other eye diseases. That concludes this edition of FYI Weekly, but you can easily stay connected to the latest city news by linking to us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram. Be sure to download our weekly podcast, Talk City Greensboro. For all of us here at the City of Greensboro, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.